In this video we present VisualBib VA, an online platform for the construction, exploration, and evaluation of bibliographies. We introduce a scenario that envisions the analysis of a bibliography, its evaluation and expansion, starting from this paper. We upload the paper in VisualBib starting from its DOI. We open the importing environment of VisualBib, we select the source Scopus and insert the DOI. We visualize general information of the paper and the list of references. We select all its 32 references and then click on the Import Selected button. The system dynamically retrieves metadata about authors and papers from the indexing platforms. When the metadata collection is completed, the overview of the bibliography is presented in the central panel. VisualBib is composed of 5 main environments. Sources and General Commands panel for collecting, saving, exporting, and sharing data. Bibliographic exploration environment for visually exploring and enriching the bibliography. Bibliographic metrics environment for obtaining a quantitative analysis of the bibliography and its authors. Analysis control environment for steering the construction, evaluation, and expansion of a bibliography. Paper details environment for visualizing papers and authors' details and metadata on the whole bibliography. Starting from the analysis control environment, we can open different views of the bibliography overview. We select the citation network. A paper owns several connections. We highlight it and we see that it is a survey on visualization for network security. We can inspect its features in the radar charts of the bibliographic metric environment. Then we click on this paper, and a contextual menu appears with summary information on the paper. Selecting on the eye icon, we obtain the full metadata available for this paper in the paper details environment. If we click on links, authors, title, Scopus id, or DOI, this information is visualized in a new tab. Getting back to VisualBib, from the Sources panel, we look for the term visual on the whole bibliography, and we find 18 papers, whose 8 are cited by the survey. Now we select the author's view and inspect the author's production. Here we spot an author with a paper and a second with 2 papers. Overall, this bibliography seems to present authors with single or 2 contributions on the subject. We move to subject areas, and we see how computer vision and pattern recognition is prominent, starting to appear from 2007 in the bibliography and involving 10 papers. Computer networks and communications follows with 8 papers. We may repeat the analysis for authors' keywords, looking at information visualization and cybersecurity as the most recurrent. We now show some of the selection capabilities of the analysis control environment. We may select Show Papers for listing the features of each paper by sorting them with respect to different criteria, or Show Authors for sorting them, for example, by number of publications in the bibliography. We select Sushil Jajodia and, with him, automatically all his papers and his co-authors. We then may add the second author in the list. Selecting subject areas and ordering by number of occurrences, we visualize computer networks and communications associated with 8 papers in the bibliography. We may add the unselected 5 papers. Similarly, moving on keywords, we check that all the papers about cybersecurity are already included in the current selection. We look for other keywords coverage. Hence we add the only unselected paper for the visual analytics keyword. Looking at the bibliographic metrics environment, we can compare the magenta lines related to the current selection with those in green, related to overall bibliography. We decide that the current selection represents the core part concerning vulnerability analysis. For this reason, we tag it applying this tag. We can visualize the tags exactly how subject areas and keywords. We give a title to the visual bibliography. We proceed to expand it with additional references focused on visual vulnerability analysis. We start from the 3 papers of John Goodall contained in the current bibliography. We click on this author and then on the eye icon. In the paper details environment we see more in-depth information. We create a new selection with his papers and start to review them. For each paper, we first look at general info and its metrics in the bibliographic metrics environment, comparing the black lines related to each paper with both magenta and green lines. Considering the details and the metrics of the first paper, we decide to remove it from the selection. Analogously, we remove the second paper. The title of the last paper seems interesting. We choose to inspect it. We decided to leave this paper in our bibliography. We click on the 4 arrows icon and select the source Scopus. Automatically, VisualBib uploads and visualizes the list of its cited and citing papers. Papers already included in the bibliography are highlighted in blue. We select the 3 papers that have vulnerability in the title and import them in the bibliography. The bibliography is updated accordingly. We now inspect the theme river for analyzing types and publication years of the papers. We select the 8 journal papers with a click. In the bibliographic metrics environment, we see that their metrics are higher than the rest of the bibliography. In fact, the green polygon is completely included in the magenta one. Our analysis is complete, and we want to share it. From the sources and commands environment, we may save it on local storage of the browser, or save it on cloud for future sharing, or export it in a BibTeX format. Thanks for watching. VisualBib is available at the link below.